Hey y'all, so today I'm going to show you how to use the grid method, but first I'm going to show you some basic ruler measurements, and it's going to go a little fast, but bear with me. We're going to be measuring using full inches, but I want to point out each side of the ruler. On the right side of this are 1/8 of an inch, and on the left side are 1/16, but either way we're going to be using full inches. So the full inch line can be seen as the longest line on your ruler. No matter which side of the ruler you use, there's always going to be a full inch line. It's that longest line. So you see me pointing at the long line next to 1 and the long line next to 11. Now this is where the half mark is, a 1/2 inch, and then that's a 1/4 of an inch. So now we're going to get started. You're going to see me move the ruler around a few times just to show right-handed and left-handed people what to do. If you're right-handed, place your ruler on the left of your image and draw a line going all the way down to 4 inches. After that, just mark a line at every complete inch. So you see me doing it at 3, at 2 inches, 1 inches, and a little bit at the top. Now, if you're left-handed, you're going to move your ruler to the inside of the image and do the same thing. Now, you should focus on numbers 1 through 4, even though the left side of the ruler shows 11 through 8. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the paper. We're going to draw a 4-inch line, and then we're going to do a dash at every full inch. This is just to help us when it's time to start gridding. Now we're going to just connect those dots horizontally. This is starting the horizontal part of our grid. Before I start gridding vertically, I just want to show you guys that I'm trying to create a 4-inch by 3-inch rectangle, even though my picture is a little bit smaller than that. So it is 4 inches going down vertically, and now I'm extending it to 3 inches horizontally. The next step is to create those dashed guidelines at every full inch. So you'll see me do it at 1 inch, 2 inches, and I'll darken it at 3 inches. Now slide your ruler towards the top of your image and do the same thing there. Now you see me double checking just to make sure it's 3 inches horizontally at the bottom and top of my image. Now we're going to connect those dashes at the top and bottom to complete our grid. Now I'm going to create an empty 4 by 3 inch grid. I'm starting by drawing a 4-inch vertical line and marking at every full inch. And then I'm going to draw a 3-inch horizontal line, marking at every full inch again. Now I'm going to finish drawing that rectangle for the grid by finishing the top, and then you'll see me closing up the right side of this rectangle and marking at every full inch. Now that I have all these dashes or guidelines down, I'm just going to connect each of them to finish and create my grid. Now that I'm done drawing both grids, I'm going to label the top horizontally using letters, and then I'm going to label the side vertically using numbers. And I'll do the same thing to my empty grid as well. Doing this will help me focus on drawing smaller sections, and in turn, it helps my proportions become a little bit more accurate. Where you draw in your grid is your personal preference. I like to start in A1, and I match it up with the A1 box on my image. You always want to try and draw as close to what you see in those specific boxes instead of trying to draw the whole image quickly. This helps you focus on gathering more details and again making sure those proportions are correct. So now I'm going to stop here with the regular gridding and move on to showing you how to enlarge an image. I want my image to be twice the size. So I noticed that my squares are all 1 inch by 1 inch, and now I want them to be 2 by 2. So I'm going to draw a 4-inch line and separate them at 2-inch increments. Now I'm going to draw the width of this as 2 inches on both sides, top and bottom, and then I'll draw the length of this at 4 inches. Now you'll see me split it in half, so each square is 2 inch by 2 inch. I'm going to label the top as column A, and then I'll label the sides as row 1 and 2. So these represent box A1 and box A2, just a larger version. Now you're going to see me draw only what I can see in box A1 on the image and box A2 on the image. So now we're at the end, and this is how you enlarge an image and grid a regular image.